Okay, so this is kind of a huge moment for me. What's happening is I'm on my way to go see a 2001, I think, Ford Mustang V6 with a stick. Now, most of you are saying, "Oh, you're buying a V6 Mustang? It's so lame. It's so underpowered. It's a piece of." But it's a V6 Mustang that I'm gonna buy for $500 and turn into a drift car. Like, whoa. Granted, I don't really have the skills to. Damn it. Like, I don't really have the skills to be a drift driver or anything yet. So I want to use this car in the V6 form to learn how to do it. So if I do get it, roll cage, e-brake, and Sparco racing seats, first mods, and a single wiper modification. I'm going to do it tonight if I buy this car. Single wiper mod tonight, and I'll start stripping it in 2 days. Oh God, I'm so pumped. Yes! I've waited for this for so long, it's not even funny. Oh my God. I'm like a mile and a half away from this guy's house, so I'm gonna stop the video now. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I got the Mustang home, and I've noticed a few things wrong with it that are rather severe, to be absolutely honest, but nothing too unfixable. So, without further ado, here's the car that I bought for $550 off OfferUp, which happens to be a Mustang. So this right here is it. It is a 2000 Ford Mustang with a 3.8 liter V6, which is not the greatest engine in the world, but it does, well, it's just going to be a practice drift car, so I feel it's going to serve its purpose pretty well. Oddly enough, I think the person who took care of this car before the last owner that had it took very good care of it, because there's a lot of stuff that's been replaced. And overall, for a car with 241,000 miles, it's not that bad. The interior is extremely grimy and gucky. Definitely needs to be cleaned out. Probably gonna pull this really cool seat cover that's been torn up pretty badly off. If they were in better shape, I would have kept them. And the paint is pretty well peeled and rusty. It's solid. It's got a lot of weird decals on it, which I will be pulling off and replacing with other weird decals. Like that one down there. All the tires definitely need to be replaced, namely these front two, which are even worse than I thought they were. And there's the windshield. Small chip in it, but nothing too bad. Overall, everything in this car can definitely be fixed. Okay, so the interior is cleaned out. Nothing too hardcore, I just vacuum cleaned it out. Pulled out the old seat rest or carpets and everything, and honestly, it's not that bad. I was expecting a lot worse when I saw the seat covers. The foam is gone here, but that's nothing to be too surprised about. And overall, so there's some broken vents and crack in a dash. One of those is caused by me. I'm gonna pull this Hulk off right here. Ah, what the hell did he glue this on with? It's really not that bad. I almost feel guilty about stripping it to put a roll cage in.
The bumper is fucked up inside. That's it.
Dude, this is amazing.
Get out of the way.
$500, buy it home.
Oh, do you know what you do?
What?
Even though the keep it nice, get the black housings.
Dude, I thought about it.
You should do it.
Aren't the black housings only for the GTs though?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, my street would have the black houses and mine looks nice.
That is true, but it looks sick. I want to kind of call my dad and ask him if he saw the videos already, or the pictures already.
That's all good.
Okay, so I'm back out here with the Mustang. It's on jack stand, so I can take a little bit more of an in-depth view of things. And I've decided to focus more on the mechanical aspect of it, as in getting this car registered and on the road. Now, it does have a check engine light on it, and I was kind of wondering what that was. So, now it's time to plug in, wow, that's hot. Now it's time to plug in the little scan tool over here. And let me see. Scan tool is in. Key is on. Data link is established. Let's see what it says. So it's a P0171. So system 2 lean, bank 1. Gee, I wonder what could be causing that. You know, it could be an exhaust leak. I'm not too sure, but that might be the problem. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna pass smog. You can see by that red light, and it's only got one trouble code on it. So, again, kind of think it might have a small exhaust leak on it. Just a small one. Ooh, it smells quite strongly of oil. So, that also being said, other than smelling of oil, it is also dripping quite a large amount of oil. Now, this is what it dripped out in the course of one day. There's another day, and there's that little cardboard box down there. That's been about 3 days worth of oil drip. So this car is slowly dripping away almost all the oil that's inside of it. Now, normally I wouldn't be too worried about that and think it's not that big a deal. But in this case, it's actually dripping from right underneath the transmission engine connector thingamajigger. So what I'm thinking is that the rear main seal is bad. That means I'll probably have to drop this T5 transmission to get to the rear main seal, which is an $11 part to swap it in. Honestly, not too worried about the rear main seal. I want to get this car legal and smogged first, and then figure out what's going on. So, to get this car legal and smogged, I gotta find that exhaust leak. Let's do that. Oh my god, so much exhaust smells. Wow, okay. I might be dying of carbon monoxide poisoning today. Now, earlier in the video, I did say something along the lines of, I think the last owner, before the owner that I bought it from, took pretty good care of this car. Well, before the owner that he bought it from. Basically, I think 3 or more owners ago, they took pretty good care of this car. Because if you look, this serpentine belt is pretty new. The alternator looks to be pretty new. Idler pulley looks to be pretty new. It looks like most of the stuff that was failing and broken has been replaced. But I think a couple owners ago, whoever bought this car from the person who put the miles on it, just stopped caring about it. Because this car hasn't had an oil change in, I think, about maybe 40,000 miles, which might be why that oil is so black and dirty. That being said, let's figure out where this bank 1 is. First, let's figure out which side bank 1 is. Okay, so bank 1 is going to be the passenger side, which is going to be that side right there, which is also the side that has most of the stuff on it. So, yay. I just don't know. So it has to be pre-catalytic converter then if it's on bank 1. Question is, when I looked underneath it, it looks fine. So, let's see. So after a lot of deliberation, I decided to split up these videos because I'm pretty sure it's going to take a while for me to find that leak. I'm kind of thinking it could be the exhaust manifold gasket on this side, but we'll figure that later. So, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more videos of this 500 Mustang becoming a drift car, hit subscribe and do whatever else you do on YouTube's. Can't believe I'm finally getting all this stuff cleaned up. Honestly, I kind of want to make my own custom chat wing, big wing. So, what I'm thinking, this is gonna be a different thing for sure, but there's no real space to put any hardware, right? And I don't want to mount stuff under the chassis, and I don't want to take off this original wing. So what I'm thinking is to design my own little custom look-alike deck mount spoiler. So rather than cutting this, put a bracket here that goes up just like this, held 6-10 bolts. It'll follow this bend up right here and have the wing come off like this, then have a really big wing going across the top. Do the same on both sides, so right there, those will be where the two mounting locations are. Go up, and big wang. I kind of want to keep the stock wing too, so we'll see. It might look a little ricerish, but then downforce is downforce. And that bedazzled skeleton thing has got to go.